I didn't really do a proper intro to this video, so enjoy this ring camera video of a squirrel that visited my porch this morning. So what this is going to be is pickups, and this is going to feature whatever kind of quad I'm picking up recently, whether it's new, whether it's old, or whatever, you know, just whatever I want to feature. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the squirrel. This morning we're going to be out here flying the Blade Ozone. This is a recent pickup from Facebook Marketplace. These are discontinued. You can't find them at retail, so you're going to have to find them for aftermarket, you know, Facebook Marketplace or eBay, maybe even Amazon. Somebody might be selling one. But you know, I kind of slept on this quad when it came out. I wasn't interested in it at all. I think, you know, Horizon Hobby and Blade didn't do the best job of promoting this, like what it is type of situation. I don't know. I remember watching the promo videos and I was like, not interested in that at all. And then, you know, recently I've been picking up a lot of Blade quads, so I was like, you know what, let me try this thing out. And I gotta tell you, this is probably my favorite line of sight flyer right now. I still do love to fly line of sight, so I pick up LOS quads from time to time. A little foggy this morning. We were out earlier flying the Mavic Mini 2, or I guess it's just the Mini 2. Not sure what that noise is, not sure how well you guys can even hear that. I think they're doing an addition on my neighbor's house over here, so they must be cutting something or sanding something or whatever they're doing, I don't know. Anyway, out flying Mavic Mini in the fog, or around the fog earlier, had a good time doing that. Wow, that's really loud. So, sorry about the audio. So I like flying the Mavic Mini. Why do I keep calling it Mavic Mini? It's the Mini, DJI Mini 2, I guess is what it's actually called. So it's fun to fly under certain circumstances, you know, if you want to just get some nice aerial video or whatever, but that's not what we're doing here. We're out here flying the Blade Ozone. And I got this one bound up to my jumper T8SG. The only thing that's weird on this guy is as soon as it binds, like I've already flown this once this morning, so it's already bound to this transmitter. So as soon as I plug the battery in and it links up, the motors are gonna spin up. And I guess I got the arming switch set up to my G switch here, and this one's acro, stability motor acro. This has 3 modes, but I only got it set up for like the higher stability mode and acro. I don't know why it won't go. I have this 3-position switch, so it goes. Well, I'll show you when we arm here. So I got to be somewhat careful when I do this, and this is my only real gripe. Plugging it in is fine. It's unplugging it that I have some issues with. This plug is just a little bit hard to get out. I have some GNB batteries that this guy flies with too, and they have the little lead on them. And so see, we already bound up here, so I gotta flip the switch twice to kill it, and I'm not exactly sure why that is. So twice again to arm it, twice again to kill it. I don't know why that is. So we got this blue LED in here, and that's gonna tell us we're in like the higher rates of stability mode. Apparently there's a green one, and I can't get it to work. So we'll go through, see if I can do this. So if I go to my middle switch, it doesn't do anything. If I go all the way down, it turns red, and that tells you you're in acro. And this is actually, it's a docile acro, but it'll still do flips and everything like that. So we're just gonna go up in stability mode here. It is a nice, quiet, very quiet flyer. It flies nice and smooth. So let's show you some yaw here. There's your yaw. And I don't have this, I didn't mess with any of my like deviation on the yaw or anything like that. This is just how it linked up. So I mean, I think it flies great the way it is, so I don't think I'm gonna mess around with it, but you can up the rates and give it more pitch and more yaw and everything if you want. But personally, I think it flies awesome. Honestly, I didn't give Blade enough love when they were making quads, and I wish they still were, because everything I've flown from them is pretty awesome. So Horizon Hobby, Blade, if you're out there, if you're watching, get back into the quad game. Come on. This thing is so sweet. It's got like a carbon fiber bottom, So it's a little bit more durable. I mean, obviously the plastic and stuff on top, it's probably gonna break somewhat easy if you're messing around with acro or having some heavy crashes. But, oh, you know what? I forgot to flip my timer here. So we'll flip it on now. And I'm getting like over 7-minute flights out of these batteries too. They're 550 million, or no, I'm sorry, they're only 500 milliamp hours. So, and I'm even getting around that time on the 450s. So, I mean, I wouldn't expect a huge difference with that anyway, but. So I got my timer set for 7 minutes, and we went up a little bit after the timer. So you probably can't see in the daytime. In the nighttime, it's a decent night flyer, not the best. It has white LEDs in the front here. You probably can't even see them. And then in the back there, we got red ones. Let me bring it back in here. Bring it back in, bring it back in. What am I doing? I'm like having a brain fart here. Having a brain fart. I don't know what I'm doing. So it has red in the back, and you can kind of see the red and the blue under the canopy there too. Let's give it a funnel here. Let's see if we can bring it in close for a funnel. Nice funnel. It does nice funnels. And the other way here. Real nice funnels. It's not set up, you can't, as far as I could tell, I haven't been able to set up a switch for auto flips. But if you want to do flips, you can just flip it into acro, and it does well. So I've been messing around with acro. I'm not great at line of sight acro, but let's do some flips here. So we're in acro now. So let's just give it a flip and bring it back towards us a little bit. Stable it out. Back a little bit more. Stable, stable, stable. All right, so let's do a roll. There's a roll for you, and I'm gonna flip it back into stability. So that's, I mean, it's a real nice acro trainer. If you wanna slap an AIO camera on here, I bet you this thing would be real fun. Or if you wanna learn some line of sight acro like I'm doing here. So, you know, I put it in stability, and if I feel like I'm in trouble, I just flip it back, or I'm sorry, I put it in acro, and then if I feel like the quads, you know, I'm out of control, I just flip it back into stability. And I can usually correct myself. I ended up in the tree the other night though, but that was more so I forgot which switch I was looking for, and I kind of panicked. So I ended up in the tree. Not too high though, we got it down, no problem. So let's do a couple more flips, see what we're doing here. Here's a roll, flip. I mean, a flip's nice, you know, you don't have any, sometimes when you get these brush quads that go into acro, they don't flip all that great. I mean, it's a real toned down acro, and this one is still pretty toned down, but it's good enough to do some acrobatics and stuff. So it's real fun. I like this one a lot. Favorite line of sight flyer at the moment, maybe even ever that I've flown. It just flies so nice, so quiet. It's got these gear driven motors. The only weird thing is, I don't know if you guys can see, but they're kind of like exposed, and the wires are exposed a little bit. So it doesn't really bother me, but I could see you might have some problems with those. But I think they're plug and play. I haven't really investigated that. So if they burn out or you break one or whatever, I don't think you have to do any soldering, but I could be wrong on that. I haven't really opened up the canopy to check it out. So let's do a speed pass here. Let's go over here for a bit and then come around. So that's full forward pitch, full throttle. There's Bill. Hey, Bill. I don't think he saw me. He usually beeps. So here's your yaw again. It's got a good yaw. It's fast, but it's flyable. Fast and flyable yaw. And it gives you can do some nice funnels here. Sporty little flyer when it wants to be, you know. Flip it in acro, gives you nice long flight times. Pretty common battery. It's got the JST 2.0. I haven't attempted, in theory you could put like the same batteries that you fly like your tiny whoops on with it. I haven't attempted that. Those are the highest ones I have, I think, are 380, so obviously you're going to get less flight time. but I mean, in theory, they should still work. Also, I don't know what the rules are for like high volt. Like, can you just fly high volt with like any quad, or do some boards not like it? I'm not real sure. If anybody knows that, drop a comment down below. Because most of my tiny wood batteries are charged to high volt. So, but I got 4 batteries I can fly with this. I have the one that came with it. I also have another 500 that's just exactly like the same style with the plug on the end and not the lead. And then I have 2 GNBs. They're the 450s, and they have the lead. And the lead's a little bit easier to unplug. Might be a little bit harder to plug in, but it's easier to unplug. And it flies real nice with those batteries too. I mean, it flies real nice with this one. This is the battery that came with the RS X80, I think it was. A little brushless micro. Still flies. Maybe I'll do a flight with that at some point. I don't think I've ever featured that one on the channel, but that's a story for another day. But anyway, so like I said, it's going to be a little bit harder to find. You can find them on eBay. I found mine on Facebook Marketplace. There's one on eBay that's brand new, but they're selling it for like 90 bucks. And you know, if I had paid that, I wouldn't be disappointed. It turns out I wouldn't be disappointed, but I wasn't sure at the time, you know. I ended up paying like 50 for this secondhand, which I think is about what it retailed for, but it doesn't look like it had too many miles on it. Okay, so I got a vibration in my controller here for the timer. So we're gonna wind down here. And actually I started it before the 7 minutes. So we'll take this in, and then the weird thing is, you know, to kill the, oh, I stopped the one motor here. That was kind of weird. There goes the long guy. So there's my timer. I think that was 7 minutes right there. Let's look. Yes, that was 7 minutes. So we'll kill that. So here we are, line of sight, blade ozone on the Jumper T8 SG Plus. If you guys have any tips on how to set this up correctly, I don't know. It's not 100% correct the way I've got it set up on my Jumper, but it flies, so I'm out here flying. I probably wouldn't fly the stability mode anyway. I just think it's weird how I have to do the arming twice, you know, but whatever. And here, I'll just give you a little demonstration on this while we're doing this. So it's not terrible, but the way, like, you kind of got to have your fingernail in there to get it out, and it's a little bit tight, but it's doable. I guess it's better than having it flimsy in there. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Hit me with the like, brush up against that like button for me, and I will upload in the future.